Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I want to show you my level 500 Umbral Nexus Deathless run and my Pure Faction level 500 Umbral Nexus run. I couldn't put the whole Pure Faction on here because it took quite a while and I didn't want to make the video too long, but I have the complete last battle, and it's showing that I did it, and I have the team at the beginning and everything. It kind of changes as you go. But anyway, here is the Deathless team. I am using Slayer class, double purple yellow, minus green, High King Iron Gut, Flamifer, Thrall, and Zul'Goth. This team is really nice whenever you can use it in the delves. It's pretty awesome. If you want to know horde level and power potions, I know my horde level is 155 and I have the associated kingdom. And my power potions, I can't remember how many exactly I bought. I just bought as many as I needed, and I ended up having like 3 extra sigils at the end. So it's something like 7 power potions, something like that, around there. You'll figure it out. You don't have to buy them all at once if you don't want to, but I mean that's usually the best way if you know beforehand what you need to buy. But I just kept buying them as I needed them. But anyway, with this team here, what you really want to do is you want to get your Thrall up first of all. So match a purple, and then once you match a purple, you can cast Thrall and get up your High King Iron Gut. Then you cast your High King Iron Gut, who has a ton of attack already, like he's an automatic devour as soon as you get him up. That's why he's awesome, that's why he's in first slot. So we cast him, we automatically devour there because we have over 100 attack, and then once you get that, he's now got 1,000 HP, 1,000 armor, a ton of attack, and he just destroys. Zul'Goth's there to clean up as well, make a bunch of skulls for the High King Irongut, who has tons of attack. And Flamifer, you'll use it every once in a while. I'm mostly using the hero for the Firestorm. That way I can get more extra turns with the Thrall, because a bunch of red will fall, and then I'll have 13 or more red. I can cast my Thrall, get an extra turn, cast my High King Irongut, devour, get an extra turn, cast Zul'Goth, get a kill, bunch of skulls, boom, use that High King Irongut that has tons of attack with those skulls. So that was working really well, and in Deathless it was completely fine. I didn't have any trouble with Deathless at all. I ran this from like level 200 all the way up, this team, and it worked. I didn't lose a troop at all. It was going really fast and worked really well, because you got pretty much two extra turns on your team. You got a Thrall who starts super fast. You just need one purple match. And then you got a red storm, so a lot of the time your Thrall is going to get an extra turn when he blows up the entire board. Then you cast your High King Irongut, who has over 100 attack, gets an automatic devour and an extra turn. And then sometimes in there, like in between before I cast Zul'Goth, I would cast Thrall again and then cast High King Irongut again and then cast Zul'Goth. Like most of the time you're using the Zul'Goth just to get one kill, and you're using the High King Irongut to get 2 kills, and then you're using skulls to get a kill. So that's how it's working for me. It's mostly like Thrall, High King Irongut, Thrall, High King Irongut, Zul'Goth, then skulls, and that's usually how it would go down for the Deathless run. But yeah, that's pretty easy. I didn't have any trouble with Deathless. As far as pure faction, I went with Void Wisp, Umbral Nexus, or what's it called? What's it called? Ah, oh my gosh, what's the thing called? Nexus. Umbral Portal, that's what it's called. So I used 2 Void Wisps and 2 Umbral Portals. And now, this is the final battle here. You're not going to see that exact team because, I'd lose a troop, I would summon in. I would lose something else, I would summon in. So I ended up actually losing one of each. I lost my first Void Wisp and my last Umbral Nexus. Umbral, is that what it's called? Umbral Portal, I don't know. Whatever it's called. I keep calling it the wrong thing. But the portal that summons, the Umbral Portal. So 2 Wisps, 2 Portals, that's what I used, and that worked really well. The Wisp is probably the best troop for Pure Faction. My first thought was, let's use the tank, like 2 Wisps and the Portal, or the tank and 2 Portals and a Wisp, or something like that. I figured I would need the tank, but you don't really need the tank, because the Wisp is going to steal life every time it casts, so you can use it in first slot. It's stealing life, it's stealing life, it's stealing magic, it's whatever, it's stealing mana. And it steals enough life that it keeps up with whenever it gets hit with skulls, at least most of the time. Like I said, I lost one, then I would summon something else back in with the portal, and most of the time it seemed like the portal was summoning in the tank, or the scatter damage for some reason. Like, I only got to summon a Void Wisp like one time, and it like never summoned another portal, I don't think. So for some reason it like prioritizes the tank and the scatter damage, which kind of sucks, but it was okay. Like, the tank was fine, but anytime it summoned in that scatter damage, I was like, no. But because that's probably the worst troop. So if I had to put them in some sort of order, I would say the Wisp is the best, for pure faction at least. The portal is second best, then the tank, then the scatter damage troop. So, but yeah, that's pretty much how it went down. You want to cast the Wisp pretty much as possible. And here in this last battle, what's going to happen, like, I didn't beat this on my first try. It did take me like 3 tries, but I think that's pretty good with only 155 horde level, that it only took me 3 tries here. But yeah, the stupid Void Wisp on that other team over there, if you let that thing go wild and if it hits the wrong troops, it can be a problem, because you can't target it because it's stealthy. So what I did was I went from the bottom up pretty much. So I killed that first troop on the bottom, then I moved up to their scatter damage troop, then I killed their tank, then I killed the Wisp. And you have to kind of do it in that order because their Wisp is stealthy. So you know, it's not that you have to get lucky. It's just that if you get very unlucky, that Wisp could like take out the exact wrong things on your team. But if you make it here with 4 troops, I think you're going to be okay. Just kill them from the bottom up with your Wisp. Use that portal anytime you lose a troop. Like, you got to prioritize getting another troop summoned in there so you don't accidentally lose your Wisp or something. But yeah, like my first 2 times, like, I didn't come into the last battle with 3 troops or something, and the Wisp like targeted down my portal first, and I got really unlucky, so then I had no summoner. Then all of a sudden it was like targeting down my Wisp, and my Wisp just couldn't keep up, and I lost a couple times. But in this last one, I came in with 4 troops, and like my Wisp was doing good, and my portal was summoning in every time I lost a troop. And then you got the 2 tanks there that you might have to use every once in a while when you have nothing else up. But yeah, most of the time I was just hitting him with the Wisp, and it's cool because he gains life. He'll steal their mana, and he also he steals their magic, so he hits a little bit harder each time, and they hit a little bit less hard each time. So yeah, the whole thing is just their Wisp. Like, as long as you do better than your Wisp does better than their Wisp, should be pretty fine. As far as medals, I used 2 Nishas and an Anu. As far as the banner, I just went with a it's weird. The Umbral Nexus banner is not the best banner for this faction. I was talking about that in a live stream today. It's weird, I guess, because they're running out of different colors to use, so it's not the best banner to use. I forget what banner I was using. I think it was like a double purple, yellow, minus green, I think. And the actual Umbral Nexus banner, like, minus is the color that you need. It's stupid, but so make sure you use I think it was the Laraza's Lair banner or something. It was like, or the Fell banner or something like that. You know, I showed it at the beginning, but yeah, so pretty much you're going to buy like 7 power potions, something like that. You're going to have to get your horde level at least to 155, I would say, and I'd say double Wisp, double portal. And any other way, I'm not sure you're going to make it, because you need the 2 portals just in case you lose one. That way you have another one so you can summon back in. And you kind of need the 2 Wisps in case you lose one, because the best thing on your team that's going to get the kills. The scatter damage troop just isn't going to do enough damage, and it's just not strong enough to even survive. So the scatter damage troop it's okay when there's like 1 troop left on the other team and you just need to clean up or something, but yeah, he's completely the worst, so you do not want him. The tank, it's like, the tank is cool and everything when you summon it in, and it's better than the scatter damage troop, but I wouldn't want to like pick it and start with the tank, because like I said at the beginning, the Wisp steals life, it's also doing damage, and stealing magic, and stealing mana, like, so it's almost as good as the tank as a tank. in first slot. So I would just use the wisps. I wouldn't even mess with the tank. That's what I ended up deciding that I did anyway. Um, so yeah, this battle here, I took out their wisp actually with some skulls. So that's another thing you need to think about is skulls. Like you don't really want them hitting you too hard with skulls. So you kind of want to take skulls here and there. But there was points where I was kind of ignoring the skulls just to either summon or use my wisp. There's a couple battles. I think it was in the middle. Where I was even like letting them have skulls because my wisp would steal their life and then they would hit me with skulls, but it was like offsetting each other, and I was like, it's okay if they hit me with the skulls because I'm just gonna cast my wisp anyway and get the life back. But I think that was like a super early battle or like the second battle or something, because in this last battle they have tons of attack, so you don't really want to trade skulls for wisp in this very last battle here. So you kind of got to be careful with the skulls as well. Don't let them get too many. But you, by the time you get here, your team's probably going to be weird anyway, and you might actually have the tank in first slot by the time you get here. So, you know, you pretty much just let them kind of have the skulls, and then you just summon something else back in to that first slot. That's kind of how it goes, like, now that I think about it. As long as you have that wisp and that portal, I think you're going to be okay. If you make it to the last battle with 4 troops, and at least one's a wisp and one's a portal, I think you'll be alright, especially if they're in the middle like I had them there. So anytime that first troop goes down, I'm trying to really hurry up and get that portal up so I can summon something else back in so my wisp doesn't start taking damage. And anytime I got the wisp up, I'm casting it on them, trying to steal life and decrease their magic and steal their mana and everything. You can even like strategically cast it so you can steal their mana before they cast and everything. It's only a little bit of mana, so it really just buys you like 1 turn. It's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, the last part of this battle was me versus their tank. It just had boosted itself up so high. I was concentrating on other things, because I'm like, in my brain, like, the tank's not going to kill me, really. I mean, it can hit me with skulls, but I'm just going to summon something else back in. And I finally got a wisp summon at the very end of this Pure Faction level 500. Finally. Like, I summoned probably like 20 times with that portal, and only 1 time did I get a wisp. So I definitely wouldn't count on that, because I don't know what's up with this portal, but 70, like, I don't know, probably like whatever, like 75% of the time it was summoning either the tank or the scatter damage. And then the other 25%, it's not even 25, I don't even know what I'm saying, man. It's like 50% of the time it was the tank, 40% of the time it was the scatter damage, and like 10% of the time it was the wisp, or something like that. And it's probably even worse than that, because like I said, I only got the wisp 1 time. So it's probably more like 5% of the time you get the freaking wisp. But you may have better luck than me. You might summon a wisp in every single time, and it might even go even smoother for you. But yeah, as far as this goes, like, it wasn't hard at all. I thought it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard. It was probably, like, if I had to rank this Pure Faction 1 to 10, and like I don't know, what would we say? 10's the hardest, 1's the easiest. I would put it at like for difficulty wise, something like a 4. It wasn't that hard, but it wasn't like the easiest ever. It's somewhere in like a 4 area, like right in the middle of the pack, but a little bit easier than the middle of the pack. So I would say it was easier than like the middle and the average. It was easier than average, but wasn't like the easiest one ever. So yeah, it took me 3 turns, like I said. Boom, there you see, I'm getting the chest. I got my 200 Umbral Nexus Renown. I now have 2,500 Renown in the Umbral Nexus, and I'm done. I did Deathless, and I did that. But yeah, I'd recommend that Zul'Goth High King Iron Gut team for Deathless. I mean, if you're doing Deathless and you're doing Pure Faction, and you're doing it on level 500, and you're doing it like this weekend, I'm sure you have Zul'Goth and High King Iron Gut. So I don't even feel bad recommending that team. I don't feel bad with any kind of horde level or any power potions and stuff. Like, if you're doing this, you should probably be able to use the teams that are recommended here. And if you can't, if you do not have Zul'Goth, you don't have High King Iron Gut, you don't have enough gems to get the power potions, or you don't have enough gold or treasure or whatever to get a horde level at least 155, then maybe you should not be doing this. There's some things in this game that you just shouldn't try at certain levels. But Ball Dog got him all the way leveled up here. getting them fully ascended. Why do we do this in this game? It's for renown, and renown is kind of like your kingdom level and power for the underworld, and you can get stats for your whole global stats. Like if you get enough renown, you get stats. So that's why we do this. We do this pure faction and this deathless and this 2,500 renown because if you go to the faction rewards, you can get stats eventually. So yeah, I got it done. Let me know how you guys did in the comments, whether you got it done or not, or how it went for you, or what team you used, or whatever. I'd really like to see how you did with the pure faction. Did you get it done? Was it hard for you? What was your horde level? How many power potions? What team did you use? Put that kind of stuff in the comments. But yeah, I got it done again, baby. Felt really good. And I'm going to continue to try to do this. But yeah, that was my Pure Faction and Deathless teams for level 500 Umbral Nexus. Please like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I will see y'all next time. Peace. You're the best.